Welcome simians and cinephiles to a journey through one of cinema's most iconic franchises, Planet of the Apes. From the mind-bending original film to the recent blockbuster Reboot, this series has captivated audiences for decades with its exploration of humanity, intelligence, and the very nature of power. Join us as we delve into the dystopian worlds where apes have become the dominant species and humans fight for survival. We'll revisit the classic films that started it all and dissect the evolution of the franchise across reboots and sequels. Get ready for action, adventure, as we uncover the secrets of the Planet of the Apes.
Can't help thinking that somewhere in the universe there has to be something better than man. Has to be.
In the 1968 film Planet of the Apes, a group of astronauts crash land on a mysterious planet. They soon discover a shocking reality. Apes have evolved into the dominant species, possessing human-like intelligence and speech. Humans, however, are primitive creatures, enslaved and used for experimentation by the apes. The astronaut Taylor, played by Charlton Heston, becomes the central figure. He fights for survival in this inverted world, clashing with the ape authorities who refuse to believe his intelligence. He finds allies in two sympathetic apes, Dr. Zira and Dr. Cornelius, who question their society's ingrained beliefs about human inferiority. As Taylor navigates this ape-ruled world, the film explores themes of power dynamics, evolution, and humanity's place in the universe. The shocking ending reveals a mind-blowing twist, leaving a lasting impression on the audience.
Planet where apes evolved from men?
Picking up where the first film left off, Beneath the Planet of the Apes follows astronaut Brent, who crash lands on the same planet as Taylor. He teams up with the mute Nova, Taylor's companion, and seeks answers about Taylor's fate. Their journey leads them to Ape City, a society ruled by intelligent apes. Brent befriends the chimpanzees Cornelius and Zira, who previously helped Taylor. However, the apes' peaceful society is threatened by the militant General Ursus, who desires to conquer the Forbidden Zone. As Brent uncovers the shocking truth about this planet, that it's a future, post-apocalyptic Earth, he also discovers a hidden underground city inhabited by telepathic, mutated humans, the true survivors of the nuclear war. This discovery throws the entire ape civilization and humanity's future into question, forcing Brent and Nova to make a daring escape.
This is Dr. Zira, her loving husband Cornelius, and little Milo. The most dangerous to man is little Milo.
In Escape from the Planet of the Apes, the chimpanzees Cornelius and Zira, along with Dr. Milo, escape their doomed planet on the brink of nuclear destruction. They travel through a time warp and crash land in present-day Los Angeles. Initially, the apes are placed in a zoo and treated as curiosities. However, their intelligence and ability to speak soon become known, causing a stir among scientists and government officials. While some are fascinated by the apes, others, like Dr. Otto Hasline, view them as a threat to humanity's future, fearing the rise of an ape-dominated society. He pushes for their termination, including the unborn child Zira is carrying. Facing persecution and fearing for their offspring's future, Cornelius and Zira attempt to escape. Tragedy strikes, and the film ends on a dark note, with Cornelius, Zira, and their newborn baby making a desperate choice to avoid capture.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Now, the biggest, the newest, the most exciting of all the Planet of the Apes pictures.
In the year 1990, a pandemic has wiped out all dogs and cats, leading humans to enslave chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. These apes are treated cruelly as servants and laborers. Unbeknownst to the humans, the son of two talking chimpanzees from the future, Cornelius and Zira, has been secretly raised by a circus owner. This young chimp, named Caesar, possesses human-like intelligence and witnesses the harsh treatment of his kind. He sparks a rebellion amongst the apes, leading a violent uprising that overthrows human rule and establishes ape dominance. This victory sets the stage for the future where apes will become the dominant species and humans will be the subjugated ones, fulfilling the prophecy laid out by Cornelius and Zira.
We want guns! final chapter in the incredible Ape saga.
Taking place a decade after the ape revolution, Caesar, the chimpanzee leader, strives for peace between his ape society and the remaining humans. However, tensions rise with the militant guerrilla General Aldo advocating for human imprisonment. Meanwhile, Caesar seeks knowledge about the future his parents predicted, leading him and a group to discover a hidden community of mutated humans led by the vengeful Governor Cold. This discovery sparks fear of an attack on Ape City, and Caesar attempts to warn his people. Unfortunately, Aldo uses this as an opportunity to stage a coup, forcing Caesar and his allies to flee. The film concludes with Caesar facing the harsh reality of a potential war between both species, highlighting the struggle for survival and the complexities of maintaining peace in a post-apocalyptic world. In the 2001 remake of Planet of the Apes, astronaut Leo Davidson crash lands on a strange planet after a mission goes awry. He finds himself in a world where intelligent apes have evolved into the dominant species, while humans are enslaved as primitive beings. Befriended by a sympathetic ape named Ari, Leo navigates this upside-down society while searching for a way back to Earth. He joins a rebellion of humans and chimpanzees seeking freedom from the oppressive guerrilla regime. As Leo fights for survival and seeks escape, he uncovers a shocking truth about the planet's history and his own connection to its ape inhabitants.
Kill them all.
Meet Chimp 9. We gave him a gene therapy that allows the brain to create its own cells in order to repair itself. We call it the cure to Alzheimer's.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes follows scientist Will Rodman, who develops a drug to cure Alzheimer's. While testing on chimpanzees, one named Bright Eyes shows exceptional intelligence after exposure. However, due to an incident, Bright Eyes goes berserk and is killed, leading to the project's termination. Will secretly raises the orphan baby chimp exposed to the drug, naming him Caesar. Caesar displays remarkable intelligence and emotional depth as he grows. However, a tragic event forces Will to send Caesar to an ape sanctuary where he faces harsh conditions and mistreatment. Driven by his intelligence and a desire for freedom, Caesar orchestrates a daring escape with the other apes. They fight their way through a police blockade on the Golden Gate Bridge, seeking refuge in the Redwood Forest. Throughout the film, the conflict between humans and the increasingly intelligent apes escalates, culminating in a battle for dominance. Caesar emerges as the leader of the apes, marking the beginning of their rise against humanity. 10 years after a devastating simian flu pandemic, Caesar leads a thriving ape colony in the Muir Woods, enhanced with intelligence from the virus. Meanwhile, a small group of human survivors emerges, seeking to restore power in San Francisco. Caesar, torn between maintaining peace and protecting his people, attempts to coexist with the humans. However, tensions rise as mistrust and betrayal threaten to erupt into war between the two species. Caesar grapples with internal conflict within the ape community, particularly from the vengeful Koba, who desires dominance over humans. The film explores themes of leadership, prejudice, and the struggle for survival as both apes and humans fight for their place in this new world.
Do they look like just apes to you?
He saved our lives.
2 years after a clash with a rogue ape, Caesar's ape colony faces a full-blown war with a ruthless human militia led by the Colonel. Driven by vengeance for his losses, Caesar grapples with his inner darkness and embarks on a quest to find the Colonel. Meanwhile, the apes seek a safer haven, but suffer a devastating attack that fuels Caesar's rage further. As their paths converge, Caesar and the Colonel face off in an epic battle, determining the fate of both species and the future of the planet, with the potential for apes to rise as the dominant force.
Are you familiar?
1 million. 2 million. 3 million. 4 million. 5 million. 6 million. 7 million. 8 million. 9 million. 10 million. 11 million. 12 million. 13 million. 14 million. 15 million. 16 million. 17 million. 18 million. 19 million. 20 million. 21 million. 22 million. 23 million. 24 million. 25 million. 26 million. 27 million. 28 million. 29 million. 30 million. 31 million. 32 million. 33 million. 34 million. 35 million. 36 million. 37 million. 38 million. 39 million. 40 million. 41 million. 42 million. 43 million. 44 million. 45 million. 46 million. 47 million. 48 million. 49 million. 50 million. 51 million. 52 million. 53 million. 54 million. 55 million. 56 million. 57 million. 58 million. 59 million. 60 million. 61 million. 62
concept of evolution.
Director of the Maze Runner series, Wes Ball returns to the Planet of the Apes with a new story set centuries after War for the Planet of the Apes. Described as a blend of action-adventure and a post-apocalyptic ape society inspired by Apocalypto, the film follows Noah, Owen Teague, a young ape who fights to prevent his kind from succumbing to a dystopian future. Freya Allen, Kevin Durand, Deacon Lockman, and William H. Macy round out the cast. As we conclude our journey through the Planet of the Apes, remember, the questions this franchise raises about humanity, intelligence, and the struggle for power remain as relevant as ever. Whether you side with the humans or the apes, the saga leaves a lasting impression, prompting us to reflect on our own place in the world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. Let the discussions continue in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into your favorite movie franchises. We've got plenty more adventures waiting for you.